So why did I say in a previous video that writing is inorganic? Because it is. Writing is not natural. It is not part of the natural human language. Human language and speech is just as natural to us as birdsong is to songbirds. But writing is a man-made invention. It's just as man-made as metal tools or brick houses. In fact, writing is actually younger than those things. The oldest evidence of writing that we know is cuneiform from about 3200 to maybe 3400 BC. People were working with bronze and metals way before that. And there are man-made houses and buildings that are still standing that are even older. And while it's impossible to know for sure, we estimate a little over half of the world's modern languages to be written down today. So there's still 45% of languages spoken around the world that don't have writing because it's not a natural step in their evolution. And if we wanted to, tomorrow we could just completely change the writing system that we use for our language and nothing would be affected in the spoken language. In fact, English has done that before. It was originally written with a runic Futhorc alphabet and then it changed to Latin. For more recent examples, Turkish about 100 years ago changed from Arabic to Latin script, and West African Manding languages changed from writing with Ajami to Unko script. We can transliterate, write the same language with a different writing system, and it doesn't affect the spoken language. You can't transliterate the spoken language because if you start speaking differently, you're just speaking a different language. There's nothing about the natural evolution of language that made Chinese use this. In fact, that's why they can also use this, because the writing is a man-made construct that just represents language. And children don't natively acquire writing. It might feel kind of natural, like your native language, because we learn it so young, but you have to be explicitly taught. And while we do learn things about the language we speak in a classroom, you don't need that. You will become a native speaker of language whether you learn anything about writing or not, whether somebody explicitly explains it to you or not. And writing doesn't evolve until people create updates. The spoken language evolves whether you want it to or not, and people have tried to stop it. But natural language continues to evolve. I say writing is inorganic because it is. Most languages throughout most of history were never written down. Only now have we recently crossed over into a period where the majority of languages have some kind of writing. But that's not natural. Somebody sat down at a desk or with some friends and decided to come up with a way to write things. They invented it. Nobody had to sit down at a desk and invent speech. It just happened. Long before metalwork, long before buildings, language was there, not writing.